It's a bank holiday Monday. It's nearly 9 p.m. and it's February, and I'm finally getting around to uploading the first video on this series that is going to be based around my challenge that I've set myself for this year, which is going to be a big one. But I just wanted to give a bit of a brief overview of what it is and how everything is looking at the moment. So you might have seen a few weeks ago that I put out that this year the race that I'm training for is going to be Challenge Roth in Germany. So for anyone that doesn't know that race, it's one of the biggest races outside of Kona. It's massive. I've actually been there 3 times. I was there working for a friend and spectating, and it is epic. The crowds are massive. The support there is huge. There's hundreds of thousands of people there between families, athletes, spectators, supporters, and it is a class race. And this year we actually have, I think we're at about 10 or 11 Team WhatsApp athletes are going to be traveling over to race. So that is class. It's such a hard race to get an entry for because it sells out in less than a minute. It's crazy how quick it sells out, and just we were very fortunate this year to get I think there's 10 of us on the start line racing it, which is going to be a really cool experience to go over there and to race together. So that's my big race for this year, and the challenge that I've set myself that I want to try and aim for is, can I go sub 9 hours in Roth? That in itself is a big challenge. That in itself, if I was to put that on paper, deep down I have the belief that I can do it. I have the potential, the performance potential to do it, to go sub 9 hours. And it's going to be interesting to see how close I can get to it, or how well I can do on the day. But that's not the hard part. The hard part is how life has changed a little bit over the past year or so. So current situation for myself is we've got myself and my wife. We have 3 kids under 2. So we had twins born in September. So life is busy at the moment. Having 3 kids under 2. Obviously, I kind of work for myself. I've got a group, a good group growing, developing my business, Team What's Up, kind of coaching business. So working hard, growing and developing that, which is going really, really well. Being a dad, being a husband, 3 little nippers. So life is very different to, say, 2 years ago. And time has become very, very important and very, very scarce. So it means approaching training for an Ironman, approaching training for trying to break the 9-hour barrier, is going to be that much harder. A lot of top age groupers, a lot of pros have a very different lifestyle where they mightn't have kids, they mightn't work or work that much. So they've got a lot of time to train and recover. That is not the case for me this year. So training, recovering, looking after the kids. We bought a house last year as well, so managing that and the business. Everything is all go this year. So it requires a lot of efficient training, efficient working, efficient time management to try and make everything work. And I'm an ambitious person. I'm very dedicated and hard worker. So I'm motivated as ever to face this challenge and embrace this challenge and give it everything I have and that I have to work with. Like my goals as a triathlete are still massively high. I still want to see how far I can go in the sport. If you haven't followed my journey before, when I got into the sport, say when I first started getting into Ironman in 2016, I had a good 2016, 2017, youngest Irish person to qualify and compete in Kona in 2017. and then had a disastrous 2018, 2019, 2020. Just these issues I had with my knees that I couldn't get sorted, and I kind of missed out 3 years of training for triathlon. But 2021, 2022, back in full swing, healthy as I've ever been, as strong, as resilient as I've ever been. I've never felt as good. Injury isn't even a word I think about anymore, and I'm really confident in my body and where it is at right now. So I'm really excited, not just for this year, but the next few years. Like I always have this long-term vision of where I see myself going to in the sport, and I'm committed to put the work in, the work that's needed to be done, and the work that I can do, to get there. And I'm the kind of person that I like to do everything. I like to see, can I have it all? Can I do it all? Owning my own business and running a successful business, being the best triathlete I can be. Can I get to justify racing at a pro level, taking out a pro card and racing at a pro level? These are goals and ambitions that I'm chasing and that I'm still chasing, and that deep down I believe I can get to. I'm not there yet, but I'm working hard to get there, and I know it doesn't happen overnight, or it takes time to get there. So I'm motivated and excited to see where I can go this year. That's the brief overview of the goals, or the main big goal for this year, and a little bit of the backstory around, can I go sub 9 with three kids under 2? Could be the tagline for it, as well as everything else that's going on. So I'm going to my plan is to try and do a weekly video, to kind of document and talk about the training and preparation for it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you know me, or if you follow me, I'm not the best on social media in terms of like creating content, that kind of stuff. But what I'm good at is being honest of what I do, and portraying an honest and a real picture of what I do on a daily basis. Training, work, everything. If you know me, what you see is what you get. I'm not able to lie or to make things up just to make things look good. And that's one thing I don't like about social media. There's a lot of falseness or fakeness out there, that you see, and that can actually have a detrimental impact on some people. But for me, I just try to be as honest and as clear all the time with what I do. And I find it interesting because the majority of people doing triathlon are in a similar position to me. Family, work, time is limited, but are motivated and driven, and highly driven and highly successful people outside of sport, that are trying to do the best with what they have. So I think a lot of people might be able to empathize and take and learn from some things I can share. And everything I share is through my own experience, through my own learnings. I don't call them failures, because we either win or we learn. We don't fail. And I'm really interested in sharing what I'm doing, how things are going. If you have any kind of questions or things you'd like to know more about or ask about, or for me to talk about, you can drop them in the comments. But this is going to be a bit of a documenting how it's going, what type of training I'm doing, how the training is going, and how I'm actually able to fit it in or balance it with everything else that's going on in my life. So that's the challenge set for this year. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, or you can follow me on social media, drop me a message. If this is something that you find you'll enjoy, then you can like, subscribe, and I hope it's going to be a successful journey. But I'm willing and ready to chase it down and see where we can go. So stay tuned for more.